Right, good morning. Today we're here to discuss the method of using and the benefits of the plug insert for people like myself who have had a total laryngectomy and have a indwelling speech valve. So the unit we're talking about today is this, and as you can see I'm at 20 French, so this is a brand new one still in the packet. What I'll do is I'll use the one that I use regularly rather than open this packet, but basically what you get inside is the inserter stick, the plug itself and an instruction manual. So here goes. The most important part of the kit actually is the loading stick, and as you can see on the stick there is a spike approximately a third of the way up, and that spike is what you attach onto the tab of the plug insert itself. So before you start anything, first thing we're going to do is make sure our hands are clean. Obviously I'd already washed thoroughly, but prior to starting, and I've cleaned inside my stoma. And you can just see on the inside the white valve that we're going to insert the plug into. First of all, I'm going to show you how I use mine whilst leaving the base plate in position and leaving my filter button in also, so that it's held in position by the actual filter. So first things first, look at the T-bar. The spike on the T-bar is very important and should not be like mine bent, but should be nice and straight, so just straighten up a little bit. There we go. Now for positioning the plug, once again the plug and the inserter have been cleaned thoroughly. Place the plug loosely on the end and line up the tab in line with the spike and the crossbar. And then putting slight tension onto it, pull until the holes line up. So now you can see we have the unit loaded onto the inserter tool. At the moment there is still a slight twist away from the 12 o'clock position, which is causing a slight misshapen or pulling on the end. You can see there, if we just look, because it's not quite square. So we'll square that up. And now we have a much squarer, much nice fit, no tension. It's merely been held in position, in the right position, but without being stretched. Now this is quite important when fitting, because any misshaping at this point will make it more difficult to get your seal inside. Now what I'm going to do now is remove my filter and I'm going to insert the valve. Now things to notice, my valve is slightly offset, and you'll learn the position of your own valve by the cleaning process. When you insert your cleaning brush into your valve, you regularly know what the position is, what the angle is, in respect to your own face, chin, neck. So mine is slightly offset to one side. I know this. I know it goes in an upward motion. So I'm going to try and set the inserter directly perpendicular to that. So you'll see as I insert with the tab on the inserter and on the plug at 12 o'clock. And this is where I want to end up with it, in the 12 o'clock position of my stoma. So I'll go silent a little bit because unfortunately I need two hands to talk. So there you see how easy it is to win. The important thing is whilst you're applying a moderate pressure after inserting it in line with your valve, slight twist to create the seal, then hold it in the 12 o'clock position. Gently release the tab from the inserter, so gently release from the hole, and then hold it in the 12 o'clock while pushing the button back in, the filter back into holding place. Now, the benefits of this are not just for stopping central leaks. Over the years, I've found that it gives me a marvellous amount of relief for the swallowing of air. Particularly if I voice a lot, I tend to suffer with stomach cramps and the resulting wind and diarrhea that might follow. By inserting the plug on a regular basis, I'm able to take deep breaths, I'm able to not have any air coming back, it stops a lot of the reflux that you may have, and generally gives you a massive rest. So experiment with it. Don't worry if you don't get it in first time. It is a technique, but what you're trying to do is you're not trying to hammer a wedge in, you're trying to gently coax a seal into place that will be easily removed so you don't dislodge your valve. What I'll do again now is I'll do another video showing how I use it without a base plate on, where I use my button. And the reason I use the button or the base plate filter to hold the valve in place is you want as little movement as you can on the end. This is a very flexible piece of equipment, and you don't want to be having anything that's pulling or distorting on it. So either the speech valve filter or the rubber button, which I'll introduce you to on the next video, can be used just to support it in place and give you relief of either a leak through the centre or the swallowing of air when some valves open when you take a deep breath. Thank you. Any questions can be asked through your local speech therapist. I'm sure they'll be able to answer.